YouTube, Ritual Beasts are here, and they, well, are not top tier, but they're really good in my hands. Maybe top tier in my hands. 20 and zip, 20-0, from Legend 2 all the way up to Legend 1, Legend 2, all the way up to Legend 5, and we struck. Alright, now, unfortunately, when I did this live, I did not save most of the replays. I do have replays of some of the matches we did. They weren't on the win streak themselves. What I will do is I will link the Twitch stream that I did it on in the description below so you can go and watch it. I'll try to timestamp it out for you so that way you can go back and rewatch those segments to where we were streaking. But I am going to go over deck profile. I'm going to tell you what we beat, how we did it. So it's going to be a relatively short video, but yeah. We played Pengu. Again, I just went over, like, I did a video on the deck profiling itself, but not the deck profiling, but more of, like, the combo guide. That's also, I'm going to link in the description below. So, I'm going to go over the basics of Ritual Beasts, just to go over it. Again, we cogged really easily. I'm going to go over a lot what the text, why I chose the certain text that we did. So yeah, let's go over it. 2 Elder. First of all, in Ritual Beasts, there are 2 types of monsters. There are Spiritual Beasts and Ritual Beast Tamers. And you need one of each to be able to contact fuse. So much like Gladiator Beasts, you fuse without polymerization, and you were able to make plays off of that. So, the only exception to the rule is Spiritual Beast Tamer Winda. She counts as both. So, you can use her as a Spiritual Beast or a Tamer. Which is why it's ideal to have her in the opening hand. Which is why. And she also floats, which makes her really good. So, I'm going to go over what their effects are. Elder gives you an additional normal summon. Kana Hawk well, let's go over the Tamers first. Elder gives you an additional normal summon. Lara allows you to summon from the grave. Winda allows you to float out of the deck. Kana Hawk, again, allows you to, now onto the Spiritual Beast side. Kana Hawk banishes a Ritual Beast from the deck. Could be a Tamer, could be a Spiritual Beast, could be any card, could be Ambush, could be Return. And essentially, Gold Sarks gets that card to your hand in 2 turns. Or extends your combo and sets up the Vanish Pile. Petalfin bounces to the hand. Pengu, really, Pengu we didn't go over in the combo video too much because it wasn't really relevant. We did have Pengu combos, but we made it relevant in this 20-game win streak. So Pengu banishes a Ritual Beast fusion from the extra deck, and you send one with the same type to the graveyard, so essentially you Forge Burial it. White Princess is, that's under something else. That's under the text, so we'll go over Paleo first. A Paleo quick effect banishes a Ritual Beast from your graveyard. Can be a spell or trap also, and your monsters will gain 500 attack. Can be used in the damage step as well. So those are the main effects of your main monsters. Now, White Princess is insane in this deck. This card won us a lot of games. For one reason, too, for a myriad of reasons. A, most of the time you're setting monsters. So when you're setting monsters in the deck and they attack into you, you can White Princess during the start of the damage step before your monster gets flipped. Your monster won't get reduced, theirs does, and you become an inherent wall of disruption. You can also use it offensively, like in Melodious, where you score, you attack, and then you activate your with Ulti Paleo, and then you activate your White Princess, and then they cannot, your Ulti Paleo will not get reduced because it's unaffected by card effects, so really, really good. Can take out Saber Dancers, so if you're scared of Lunalights, much easier Lunalight matchup. It's winnable before, but it's a lot easier now, so you don't have to stress on the deck out. Book of Moon and Canadia to counter Burning Abyss. You want to try to counter them as much as possible, so it's much, much easier way for you to take control of the game. 1 copy of Ritual Beast Return. This card is a spell card, and it allows you to banish a Ritual Beast to special summon one from the Banish Stone or graveyard. You must have a live target in your graveyard in the Banish pile before then, so keep that in mind. Extra deck is 2 Ulti Paleo. Now, all the Ritual Beast fusions have the same effect. They can all tag out as a quick effect to tag into a Ritual Beast Tamer and Spiritual Beast. The one thing I didn't bring up is each of your Ritual Beast Tamers and Spiritual Beasts can only be special summoned once per turn. So you can't summon the same monster twice, special summon the same monster twice. So make sure you know that what you've tagged into out to that turn. So for example, if I tag out into Elder Conhawk, I can't tag out into those same monsters again that turn. So keep that in mind. That's knowing that rule is gonna help you play around so much back row, so much easier. So I'm not gonna go over the tag out effect because all of them have it, with the exception of Ulti Conhawk, which we're gonna go over a little bit more in depth. But I'm gonna go over their main effects. Ulti Paleo on declaration, only when it's attacked, not attacking, not when it's attacked, will become unaffected by all card effects. So if you attack, they Forbidden Lance you, no go. If you attack, they book, too late. So they got to keep that in mind. Ulti Pedalfin cannot be destroyed by card effects, so Lightning Vortex, Levianeer, those cards will not work on Ulti Pedalfin. Ulti Conhawk, this is the tricky one. So the wording in Ulti Conhawk says them, okay? Now, because it says them, it doesn't specify targets. So what I mean by that is that technically only one of your Ritual Beasts have to go to the graveyard to activate Conhawk's ability to search. And because of that, we can loot Conhawk. So what we do is we summon out something like Elder Hawk, we banish a Winda, and then we could go into Ulti Conhawk, and then we could do a tag out loop. So we can activate the first effect, which would allow us to search. So that will be your chain link 1, and then you would chain link 2 to tag out the 2 monsters that you want to summon, but not the 1 monster you would tend to send to the graveyard of Ulti Conhawk. So for example, let's say we have Elder Conhawk Winda, right? Alright, so we contact fuse the Elder and Conhawk into Ulti Hawk with a Winda in the banish pile. So then what we do is we want to resummon Elder and Hawk, right? So what we do is we would target one monster we want to summon and 1 monster we don't, because we want to make sure one of them go to the graveyard for the first effect, which is your search effect. So what we would do is we target Elder and Winda. Then in a separate chain link, we target our monsters to tag out. So we chain to the first effect, prompting the tag out into 2 monsters, being a quick effect. So after that, we can choose both Elder and Conhawk because we both want to summon them. And then we summon both the Elder and Conhawk on chain link 2. Chain link 1, the search resolves 1 card, being the Winda, goes to the grave, and then we can search for any card we want. You can do this as many times as Ritual Beasts are to summon. So keep in mind, you can actually resolve this 2 to 3 times, maybe even 4 times in the turn. Also, you can raw search off Ulti Conhawk. Now, when we say raw search, we mean just sending 2 Ritual Beasts to the graveyard without a tag out and prompting a search, which can allow you to OTK with Elder Conhawk from an open board. Okay, so if your opponent has nothing, you can go Elder Conhawk, banish a Paleo. Then after that, what you would do is you can tag out search. You would resummon the Elder Kana, send the Paleo to the graveyard, search and return. Then we'd activate Conhawk again, banishing a Winda. And then we can make Ulti Conhawk, raw search, sending Elder and Hawk back to the graveyard, searching return or Winda, whatever you don't have. And then activating return, banishing the Winda, summoning back that Paleo that you sent to the graveyard. And then you can banish the other Winda that's in your graveyard, or a Conhawk or whatever. And then you will have 2300 and 1900 because of the Paleo boost, and then you have lethal through an open field with a raw search. So sometimes a raw search is the correct way to go. You just have to define that based upon what situation you're in. Pengu becomes a starter with Elder. Elder gives you essentially a 4th copy of Conhawk in some situations. It's decent with Winda. It's better with Winda if you ran 2 copies of Return, but it can be decent with Winda. Can help get things going, the engine going along a little bit. It's not as good, but you could definitely really abuse it with Elder more. Conhawk plus Winda is always good because this can lead into an OTK afterwards, or if you're not OTKing, you are setting up a really strong board state. Alongside Laura into Conahawk is really good, because we can go Laura 5 Conahawk, get to the Pedalfin, and then we can start really going off with whatever we want to do at the current time state. Okay, now the rest of the 2 extra deck monsters are Emerald and Sin. Now the one thing I want to note is we were climbing on a budget account, so what that means is that in a state like this, we would take out a Kanadi and run 3 books, and I would take out an Emerald for Dark Rebellion Dragon, because Rebellion could lead into an OTK when you don't have an unoptimal. It could be really good against Triple D, and it could be really good when you have an unoptimal situational board. What I mean by that is, like, if you have less resources than you would typically want, then you can be in a situation to where you're going to be able to win that duel, because you have Rebellion Dragon to lethal over whatever monster they have. So, Endolem, really good. Definitely take that in stride. I'm going to go over a few replays, just a couple. Again, I will link the Twitch stream below to show you guys all the replays that we had. So you can watch it 1 through 20 if you want. I will timestamp where the first win came from, so you have the option to watch 1 through 20. You can also skip through it, so you can do whatever you want. So we normal summon Conahawk here. We just banished Elder to set. He goes MST. We chain the Book of Moons. We're going to set. He's going to go Insight. Insight will add the Red Eyes Fusion. And then at this point, he's going to go Red Eyes Fusion, summon out the Slash Dragon. He's going to swing in, set 2 back row. At this point, I'm confident setting Winda here. He makes his Red Eyes exceed. We're going to go ahead and float into a Paleo. He's going to activate Spirit to revive Wyvern. He swings. That's a misplay, because we can boost up in the damage step and he can't get over us. Now we banish both Windas. We summon the Elder. Summon the Pedalfin, go into Ulti Hawk, target the Hawk and the Pedalfin. Then we can take out Chain, summoning the Elder and Pedalfin, sending Conahawk to the graveyard. Bounce to succeed, and then we can do it again, summoning back the double Winda, sending the Elder to the graveyard, prompting a search of Lara. Now we can't lethal here because he has the trap, so what we're going to do is we're going to force him to summon, then clear his field, and we just win with the greatest of ease. So really, really, really good, really easy. That's what we're looking for. Did I just click on the same replay like an incomplete? No, I didn't. Okay. So this was against Triple D, so everyone's viewing Triple D. Watch and learn. This might be the comedy one that I already posted as a YouTube video. We'll see. Okay. So he goes Commander to Doom King here. So he activates Gate. Gate will go ahead and search him Doom King Armageddon. Activating Kepler to search Witch. And now we'll skill it up after sending the back row. Swirl Slime will summon out the High King. Then summon the Loveloss and that. Yeah, this is the meme. Okay, so now he goes Gate and searches his Zero Maxwell, which is dangerous because it can pierce. We White Princess here, and we're just going to summon Winda. Then we're going to go and sit on Ulti Pedalfin, trying to burn him out. Now he's going to have to clear with his copy of Orthos. So we can audio him down, he summons him back, summon Winda. We're going to take damage because his Loveloss pierces. We boost up. Now he has to get rid of his own Witch so he doesn't die. And then we set the monster, and he hilariously attacks the Pedalfin. Now, after all the meme, I'm going to explain what happened here. So what happens is, Zero Laplace, what it does is it gains double the attack of the original attack of a monster it battles. Since Pedalfin has no attack, it cannot gain attack. So he just swings in the Pedalfin with a 0 attack monster that can't boost. And as you would guess, he takes 2,000 damage, and that's the end of him. So, that was a good laugher on the stream. I also have an edited video of that if you want to check that out. That is also on the YouTube as well. So you can check out the comedy version of it. Okay, so this is the one replay I want to show. I think this one was in Platinum, so this wasn't a part of the win streak. Okay, so he activates Presence. Alright, he goes Solar Recharge here. No, this was in Legend. This was the last one matchup. Okay, so he mills 2, and we're up. We're just going to set Winda in the 2 back row. He goes and mills. He activates Monster Reborn, reviving back the Lumina. We're going to say no. We're going to prevent the synchro. He summons this. We'll let this go through. He goes into every. Because I want to save the other back roach in case I need it at some point. We're going to summon out another Winda, and he's going to pass turn. We're going to set the pedal fin, go into Ulti Paleo. He goes Spear Creep, we'll go for like a Bodega, and we're in there. We're going to book in a draw phase so we can't every us. And now he goes for the Chaos Dragon Levianeer. We have a ton of hand trap protection. We can tag out here. So we're going to go Winda Pedal.
Now is the time.
And we'll float off Winda into a copy of Laura. And the reason why is Laura's a level 1. So she doesn't get reduced much by White Princess at all. So we're going to summon a failure. We do top deck here. We go into the Ulti Hawk. We're going to go ahead and summon back Pedalfin Laura because we can't summon a failure because it's already been summoned. And now we can deal with the Fortune Lady Every. Pedalfin will activate, bounces the Every back. We're going to sit on Ulti Pedalfin and N because he'll just deck himself out if he doesn't clear it. Goes for Vermilion. We cannot be destroyed by card effects. And that is game over.
Now is the time.
And I tried to be Amir, but it does not work. He times out, and he will not let that happen.